January 18th, 2022. Hold it. Yeah, this is the camera. The camera. The camera that recorded when I shot at ringside at Madison Square Garden all the incredible events, but none as memorable as January 18th, 1971, when this incredible champion, Bruno Sammartino, lost this Wwwf, Worldwide Wrestling Federation, title to the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff. I was there at ringside. This is Bill Apter, down here in Apter's Alley, and this piece handcrafted by my dear friend Bud Carson, making sure it was taken care of down here in Apter's Alley, and it always will be. So let me take you back to that date. Again, today as I'm recording this, it's January 18th, 2022. Wow. So earlier in the day, we had heard rumors, and there was no internet back then. Everybody exchanged phone calls. But there were rumors that Bruno had been injured several days ago by George the Animal Steele in a match, and that he may not be able to compete against Ivan Koloff at Madison Square Garden tonight, January 18th, then 1971. Got to the Garden early, checked in, went backstage, and usually all the wrestlers were walking around the hallways and everything, and I saw everyone but Bruno there. And I went over to his manager, Arnold Skoland, and I said, "Is Bruno okay?" He said, "Yeah, but he's concentrating, and he's not coming out and talking to anybody before the match tonight." So I could sense something was wrong right away. I really could. The undercard was good undercard, and then Koloff came to the ring, along with his manager, Lou Albano. Before he was a captain, he was just Lou Albano. Coming to the ring with Koloff, walking like, that's how Albano always walked. And seemed very cocky, very cocky. And he was ordered back to the dressing room by the New York State Athletic Commission. They didn't want any funny business, any questions or anything. Bruno had wrestled Koloff successfully so many times in the past few months. This was allegedly just going to be another match for him, even though a tough match because Koloff was such a great opponent. But this way Lou Albano couldn't interfere in any way, shape, or form. During the match, when Bruno came out to the chants of 21,000 people chanting, "Bruno, Bruno, Bruno," there was no entrance music back then. It was fans chanting, "Bruno, Bruno, Bruno." Came to the ring with Arnold Skoland. Skoland never interfered in matches. There was no hassle with the New York State Athletic Commission having him there at ringside. When the match started, I sensed something a little bit off, a little bit wrong with Bruno. And I wasn't exactly sure what it was. He was wrestling pretty much up to full capacity, and a few minutes in, Ivan Koloff, after some very tough action, Ivan Koloff lifted his knee, knocked Bruno down, went up, and Bruno was laying there. Usually I'd see him just get up, and Koloff went onto the ring apron and up to the top rope, came down with a knee drop. The knee drop heard around the world, and 1, 2, 3, it was over. Ivan Koloff was the new WWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation champion. Shocked the world. You could hear a pin drop. Everybody, it was like there was a funeral at Madison Square Garden. You couldn't hear anything. And the referee, Dick Kroll, did not give Koloff the belt afterwards because the State Athletic Commission was afraid that the fans were going to riot. So they gave him the belt backstage. I'll never forget that night. Afterwards, I talked to Bruno, and here's that exclusive interview with Bruno Sammartino as to why he felt he lost the WWF title to Ivan Koloff.
We're speaking with former World Heavyweight Champion now, Bruno Sammartino. Bruno, what happened in the match with Koloff? A lot of the fans are asking questions.
Well, for those that were over here, what can I say? You wrestle a man a number of times, and you succeed in defeating him, no matter, the man is exceptionally tough and so forth. But, on any given night, any man can lose, and that night, Koloff was just a little bit better than I was.
Well, Lou Albano was quoted as saying that you were very stupid in not getting a return clause in the contract. He said you should have known better. Any reaction to that?
Well, no, I feel that he's wrong, because I never looked for that. I feel like this. I held the title for a long time, 8 years. And whether they gave me a return match or not wasn't the most important thing in the world for me, because I feel that when you hold the title for 8 years, give somebody else a chance to get the title. I'd just like to wrestle him again, because I feel that I can beat the man, and I like to prove to all my fans that I can beat him. But a non-title would be sufficient for me. I'm not necessarily looking for that title. Like I say, 8 years, it's a long time.
Okay, any plans for the immediate future if you can't get a match with Koloff?
No, the only plans I have is to rest up a little bit, because...
Take a nice vacation, I guess.
Right, it's been a very hectic 8 years as a champion, and I'm very tired. Now it gives me a chance to relax, to get back into some hard training, and then I will find... after all this, after a good rest and after some serious training, I will decide as to whether my future in wrestling, what it will be, or whether I want to, at this time, maybe...
Great. We'd love to see you retire as an undefeated champion. Regain it and then do it.
Well, I don't think that's the most important thing. That never... I could have retired as a champion, because I could have retired a year ago. I could have retired 2 months ago, and I would have retired as a champion. But that never was such an important thing to me. The wrestling game has been real good to me, and I felt that I won that title into the ring, and I feel that before I left the ring, that I should stay in it long enough till someone came along to lose it back in that ring. I think to retire as a champion, you would only... I think hurt the game a little bit, because...
Invite a lot of controversy. I could have beaten him.
Right, because no matter when they have an elimination tournament, they have a new champion. There'll always be the question, yeah, but what could he have done against Sammartino? This way, they saw Sammartino lose the title. Now they have a new champion, and now they can judge this new champion by his merits in the ring in the future. As for myself, I feel that I'm leaving in a very clear conscience. The game has been good to me, and I feel that I contributed a little bit to the game. So everything's been great. No regrets whatsoever.
Okay, thanks, Bruno.